13 minutes past 8. I cannot tell you the pressure I'm under from the kids to find out just who's dead after last night's explosive season-ending cliffhanger on Shortland Street. There they all were at Chris's holiday home. Josh had come back to see Bella and put things right. Or had he? Anyway, he'd stuck gas cylinders under the house, and as the season ended, they blew up, and as far as I can tell, any one of the cast could be maimed or dead. So, who doesn't make it? Chris Tempest, who plays Josh, is with us. Good morning.
Good morning. How's it going?
It's going very well indeed. And first we must establish that you're supposed to be in the studio, but currently, of course, are not. Where are you?
Right now, I am on K Road, travelling.
Okay. When you say travelling, are you actually travelling, or are you stuck?
I'm at the moment moving very slowly, but I think I'm getting there.
All right.
Along.
Well, we may conclude this interview with you in the studio, or it may remain a phone interview the entire time. Either way, it doesn't really matter me. But you're not going to tell me who's dead, though, are you?
Well, of course I'm not. I'm not allowed.
Isn't that funny? It's funny because my kids were asking last night. They'd said, just ask him who died so we can find out. And I thought, he's not going to tell me. That's not the way it works. God's sake.
Oh, I'd love to tell you, but I don't know. At the same time, it leaves a bit of suspense for January.
Yes, exactly. But where are you at? How does this whole thing work in terms of time? I mean, you filmed it ages ago. Are you into the next season yet?
Yeah. They're filming way into the next season. I mean, I think Friday is our last day. And on Friday, we've got a big staff party, so that's when we get a bit loose, and everyone chills out for 3 weeks, and then straight back into it. Fantastic.
What are you doing for summer, by the way?
Summer, I haven't got much planned. I think I'll go up north see the family in the Hosking. I've got a few family members up there. I've just finished also directing a play that's on at Tapak. It's called Robin Hood. It's a family adventure show. So that's been a lot of fun as well.
Can you obviously have time between being on a soap on a regular role and a big role and doing other things? There's obviously time to do that?
Sometimes, especially after you've been there for a big stint, like, say, for example, the Christmas episode, they usually give you a little bit of time afterwards to relax and just cut down your workload a bit. So if you time it right, you've got enough time to do things. But if you time it wrong, you can be a very busy and angry person.
How much energy, effort, time and labour goes into that? That scene at the end last night when the whole thing blows up and you've got flames and people falling down through decks. I mean, the logistics of that must be enormous.
It was insanity, to be honest. I mean, usually for an average episode, we shoot round about in a day, on average, I guess. So you got 23 scenes shot in one day. But to put it in context, that big episode that we shot for last night, that took, I think it's about 2 weeks in total, like on and off, doing different bits, different days. But it was over the course of about 2 weeks.
And it's a slick production now, isn't it? In the sense, because it's been going so long, they must have it down pat. Not just the big scenes I'm talking about, but on a daily basis, it must be a very slick operation.
Oh, it is a well-oiled machine, and if someone's not doing their part, you can tell straight away. And usually, those people don't last too long, or they just shape up. But it's everyone in there knows their job, and everyone does it to perfection. So it's like I said, a well-oiled machine.
One of the ironies of you, of course, is you grew up. When did you arrive here in the country?
I'm going to say roughly about 10 years ago. It might be half a year either way.
Yeah. So you used to watch this in Britain?
I saw a couple of episodes, especially when I was in school. Thanks, mate. When I was in school, if you spend the odd day off, there wasn't really much on in the day. But the Shortland Street was on around, I think it was like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So, you'd be able to check it on and have an easy watch back in the day. And did you? I'd never even heard of New Zealand back in those days, to be honest.
I was going to say, did you know you were coming to New Zealand at that stage or not?
No, at that stage, no. Thank you very much. At that stage,
this is fantastic. Are you exiting the cab?
I am. Is it that obvious?
Well, no, it wasn't bad. You did it very well, and you suddenly so what you said was thanks very much, and he charged you, and you got out of the cab, and you're now out of the cab.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Oh, that's fantastic. And so anyway, sorry, you weren't realising you were coming to New Zealand at that point.
No. Sorry, I got sidetracked there. But no, I did not realise at all. It was only literally about a few months before we left that I realised I just was offered a choice of going back to mainland England, staying where I was, or coming to New Zealand, and I'm pretty sure I picked the right choice.
Of course. And you were going to be an actor?
Yes, yeah. Well, as soon as I left high school, I knew what I wanted to be, and that was pretty much exactly the same time as when I moved over to New Zealand. So I think I was 16 years old, and I wanted to be an actor. So in New Zealand, I went to study, basically.
And how ironic then that the program you watched a bit as a kid in Britain, you end up on here. I mean, that must have struck you as, odd, weird, serendipitous.
Sorry, could you repeat the question?
I'm sorry, you now going into the lift?
No, I'm in the lift. That's why I missed a little bit there.
That's all right. Yeah, we were working out whether or not we would have cell phone reception for the entire lift journey.
We're doing pretty well so far. Not to speak too early.
No, exactly. We only got 3 floors to go. But as far as, did you see it as serendipitous that a program you'd watched in Britain, you end up acting on when you arrive in the country, in a brand new country?
Oh, yeah. I thought it was incredibly strange, and I feel incredibly privileged to be a part of that.
Here we go. Hang up your phone.
Wow, look.
And there we go. Lovely to see you. That's not bad from K Road.
Yeah, I know. Pretty speedy.
Actually, I've got to hang up the phone because you've put me on hold.
Making you beep.
There we go. Anyway, so you arrive in the country,
yes.
and you end up on the program, which must be wonderful. So where are you at as far as an actor's concerned? Do you want to work forever, like William Roach on Coronation Street in the same part on the same show, or are you one of those actors who wants to do a little bit of this, a little bit of that?
I'd love to. Well, I think every actor wants to kind of expand their horizons and work on different things. And I mean, Shortland Street's been really good to me. It's been an excellent training ground, and I had so much fun doing it. But eventually, yeah, I'd love to try different things. Comedy. I mean, I've spent most of my acting life in theatre, which has been the most fun thing.
Really?
Yeah. I do with the Outfit Theatre Company. Is the theatre company that I do most work with. We create our own works, and the creative stuff that we come up with is, I don't know, I don't get that buzz from any other thing.
Really?
It's almost like a drug that you just can't get enough of.
So the television thing, how much has that changed life for you in terms of recognition, and you're a name and people treat you differently, recognise you, all of that?
I don't think it's changed too much. I mean, you get the odd person coming and saying hello, and the odd weird looks down the street, especially these days. But I don't think it's changed that much. I mean, everyone's been really nice to me, and yeah, I mean, I like it that way. I don't like that nothing much has changed.
Really?
No, not really. No.
Good. One of the kids said to me last night, ironically, they wouldn't want a part like yours because you wouldn't be liked.
Yeah.
And I tried to explain that people differentiate, that they get it, that what they see on television is not the real world.
Yeah.
Is that the case, or does it cross over periodically?
No, I have heard tales told about people blurring the lines between reality and fiction, but for me, it hasn't happened yet. And touch wood, I hope it stays that way. I mean, I love that people get so engrossed in the show, but yeah, for people to kind of take it that one step further and think I'm a poisoner or I'm going to harm them. I don't know. It's yeah, like I said, it hasn't happened yet, and I hope it doesn't. Having
come in from the outside, and indeed from another country and all that, what do you reckon the secret to the success of the show is? I mean, it's 21 now, but I mean, that's a phenomenal run, especially in a country like this. I know you're in Britain, you've got Corona and all that stuff, but 21-year show in this country is highly, highly unusual, and it's an expensive show to make, and therefore that makes it even more successful, I suppose.
Yeah.
What's its secret?
Oh, I think consistency is one of the main kind of things. I mean, it has been on 21 years, and the variety in storylines has been huge over the years. So I think that's the main reason, and also finding characters which people relate to, having obviously those good guys who people kind of root for the whole time, and hopefully the good enough evil villains to kind of for people to go, oh no, what's going to happen? Don't do anything to those people I love. And I think that for 21 years, I mean, that's the key, consistency. I'd say consistency in characters, consistency in the kind of interesting storylines that they have. The writers do a fantastic job there. Coming up, I mean, it's a soap. It's on every single day. Yeah. So for them to have stuff that people keep interested in, it's an amazing thing.
Good on you. Listen, thank you for making it into the studio.
No,
It's a bit offensive. You're the only second person who's ever done that before. We've done it once before. I can't remember who it was with.
Yeah.
But you handled it, I can assure you, better than the other person.
Oh, really?
In terms of the transition from taxi to building to lift to studio, virtually seamless.
Virtually. There was a bit in the lift there and a bit in the taxi, but we got there in the end.
Good on you, mate. Nice to see you.
Thank you very much.
Chris Tempest.